All right, you've noticed, you've noted, you've read, you've done things, you have text evidence. You are ready to respond to some sort of writing task, demand, literary response, maybe a scientific question, maybe a math question, something. This is how you're going to do it. There's two ways. The first way is a short answer response. And like the name means, it really means a short answer response. It's not that in depth, but it does make sure that you cover what's being asked of you. There's three basic parts to a short answer response. You restate and answer the question. You don't have to necessarily put the question back in there with a question mark. In fact, I wouldn't, but make sure that your reader understands what you're asking, or what you're answering. Evidence with a quote and detail, and commentary. Commentary also might be called elaboration or reasoning, things like that. Before you can do anything, you have to make sure that you've read the text closely multiple times. Please do not think that you can skip over this part at all. You have to really interact with the text in a variety of ways and include discussion, of course. A way that you can remember how to do a short answer response, some teachers like to use the acronym called ACE. The A stands for answer the question, so you need to make sure you restate it. A rookie mistake is a lot of kids will just jump right in and say, Billy Bob took the red wagon, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Your reader will not know the context. They won't know who Billy is, why he took the red wagon, what's being asked. You really need to make sure that they know all that. The C is for cite evidence, and then the E for elaboration. Review these steps as carefully as you can and make sure you have a good understanding of what's being asked for you. You might even want to take a second and try to practice something. There's a lot of confusion over a text evidence, a quote, and a detail. Some kids, if they see quotation marks, they assume that's all they need. Well, that might be a piece of dialogue, which is use quotation marks as punctuation. But a quotation can also be text directly lifted from the text. Here's an example of a short answer response. The student restated the question, they provided text evidence, and they provided commentary. It's color-coded. Now, when you're ready to take it to the next step, you should try something called a funnel paragraph. Some people call this an hourglass paragraph, but you're trying to pour your reader into the quotation. This is definitely some next level stuff. If this looks a little complicated, it is, but you are more than capable of doing this. You can absolutely, it needs practice, definitely, but you can absolutely do this. There's a lot of information that goes into a really strong funnel paragraph, which is normally used for literary analysis, like if you've read a novel or a short story or seen a movie and you're really trying to respond in an intelligent way. Here's another little graphic of that. And here are the words without all the call-outs. All these forms are on my blog, listed as Google Docs. You may want to use a what it says document, which is a really easy way to do a text collection. It's a graphic organizer. That's also included along with a sample. And this way you can actually